Hello everybody, it is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. And you might notice that I am inside of Jailbreak Trading, but that's only because I decided to join inside of Jailbreak Trading for the video. But anyway, today I'm going to explain 10 new horns that are releasing next update. And yes guys, we are getting 10 new horns. Today I'm going to go through every single one of them and give my honest opinion on each of the new horns. And I'll also give out some additional information about the next update. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so the first one is called the Send-Off, and honestly it sounds pretty funny. Like, it's comical, it's silly, and I like it. I know a lot of people love it too. The horn is really good, and it's pretty practical for those who are in a getaway situation. Alright, so Meep Meep is the next one, and if you know vintage cars like me, you will probably know that the vintage cars would probably make a Meep Meep sound. Well, not realistically speaking, but there are certain cartoon characters that would make the Meep Meep sound as well, and it is cartoonish, but still really good, nevertheless. The next one is Cruise Liner, and Cruise Liner is a really good horn. The Cruise Liner is a new horn that is coming out as well. It is best to use it on boats, particularly the sloop. It's actually really good, and I advise you to use it. The next one is Bicycle Bell, and if we got bicycles in Jailbreak like the BMX, this would have been a useful horn. Not every bicycle is going to have a bicycle bell, but if it does have a bell, you can use the bell to make a bicycle noise.
And that's pretty cool.
Bruh.
The next one is the Steamer, and we already have a train horn in the game, but this one is a good alternative. This one is pretty good. It sounds like a locomotive, and I think it's a pretty useful horn. So yeah. The next one is Fire Brigade, and this one is alright. Now, if you use the fire truck, this would be a pretty useful horn. Same with the ambulance. It's more like an emergency type horn, so it's pretty good. The hookah!
Bruh.
Oh yes, this one sounds pretty cool. If you ever drive a car into a pretty cool looking car wash or garage, then you might recognize the hookah noise. The hookah noise is pretty cool, and there are some classy cars that we got in the good old days that do sound like that, and honestly they sound pretty good. But this horn is certainly not the best that we got. Still pretty cool though, honestly. Alright, so this one is pretty good as well. This one is called the City Horn, and the City Horn sounds like the realistic horn, but it sounds a little bit different. If you remember playing some games that have this type of horn, you will probably recognize the horn. It sounds pretty good, and there are a couple vehicles that might sound really well with the horn itself. Out of all the horns I've listened to so far, the air horn is my absolute favorite. If you remember the MLG air horn meme, you will probably recognize the air horn itself. The meme itself is extremely popular, and unfortunately it died out today, but the horn itself is extremely well known, and a lot of people know about it. I think this horn is really good, and I'm probably going to use it a lot because the horn itself is really good. Then again, I might just use the original horn because of classic reasons. The last one is called Quack, and you might have guessed it. It just makes a quack noise. Yeah, it's pretty basic. I know. Free XP.
Bruh.
Now I will go ahead and explain some other details that we are going to probably get next update. So first off, we actually got a teaser of the map with volumetric fog. And if you look very closely, we are actually probably going to get a NASCAR type building next update. Probably on March 10th though, not March 3rd. Since the fact that Asimo confirmed that there's going to be a third-party type update and it's coming out in March. Anyway, alongside, we actually did get to see a couple of new details on the map. So here is one screenshot that shows a brand new building that is coming out next update. This is going to be a revamped building, and if you guys look very closely, it actually is the tallest building in the city, and it's finally being revamped next update. And honestly, it looks really good. And this was actually by accident, as the map was accidentally released by Bad CC and Asimo, but it was quickly reverted. If you look, there is actually a billboard that will tell players to go that direction to the city. And that's pretty cool because we never had that before inside of Jailbreak. This might also happen with Crater City, so that is pretty cool. Alongside, we got an actual screenshot of the new tall building, and there is actually a leaderboard there, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I am pretty excited for next update. Next update is probably going to be hands down the biggest update, but there's actually one more thing to take into consideration, and that's the fact that we are probably going to experience a new feature called Crew Battles. And Crew Battles is probably going to be the biggest feature coming out in Jailbreak history. This is probably hands down one of the best features coming out. However, there is one thing that I would love to see released inside of the March update, and that is regarding apartments. Apartments should be able to be purchased one time only for a pretty expensive price. Because if that releases, then apartments are going to completely serve a purpose again. Because as we all know, we have to rent apartments or houses, but hopefully in the next update, you only have to buy them one time for a pretty expensive price. Asimo did kind of confirm this a while back, so there is a possibility that we will be able to buy apartments and houses one time. Anyway, that is all I got for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I actually took a bit of time working on this, and I do apologize for not making a video for a little while. I decided to take a break once again, and I had school and other factors, so I do apologize for that. But if you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, and please feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel. It is completely up to you, and I would appreciate it. Also, please feel free to leave your thoughts down below about the new horns. Do you think the new horns are worth getting? Please feel free to let me know. But as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have an amazing day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We were traveling the mountains just to find out.